Hello everyone, welcome to Vishnu IAS. Today we are going to see another important topic which is your recent current affairs. This will come in your GS2 paper and you can expect questions in your prelims also. UAE Israel reach agreement to establish diplomatic ties by Vishnu IAS team. Let's see what is there in the news. Recently, United Arab Emirates has become the first Gulf Arab country to reach a deal on normalizing the relations with Israel. Okay, so UAE is going to normalize the relations with Israel, and it is becoming the first Gulf Arab country to reach the deal on normalizing the relations with Israel. Okay, recently President of USA has announced that Israel and United Arab Emirates have agreed to establish full diplomatic ties as a part of a deal to halt the annexation of the occupied land sought by the Palestinians for the future state. Okay, that is UAE and Israel is going to have an they are going to establish a full diplomatic ties. Okay, so they are going to have a diplomatic tie as a part of the deal. Okay, as a part of the deal, what they have planned is to halt, to stop the annexation of the occupied land. This occupied land is sought by the Palestinians for their future state. Okay, so by this diplomatic ties, they are going to stop the annexation of the land. Okay, annexation of the occupied land by the Palestinians. Okay. So both the UAE and Israel are the USA's close allies in West Asia. Okay, you can find UAE here. Okay, UAE and Israel. Okay, so they are asking for both these UAE and Israel are USA's close allies in West Asia. Okay, both these places have agreed to establish full diplomatic ties. Okay, to as a part of the deal, they are going to stop the annexation of the occupied land sought by the Palestinians. Okay. Let's see in detail. The UAE has become the first Gulf Arab state and the third Arab nation to have active diplomatic ties with Israel. Okay, this UAE is the first Gulf Arab state and it is a third Arab nation. It is going to have a diplomatic tie with the Israel. Okay, and actually it already have made a peace deal with Egypt and also with Jordan. So Israel has made a peace deal with Egypt in 1979 and also with the Jordan in 1994. Okay, so under the deal, what happened is Israel has said that it would suspend its plan to annex a large part of the occupied West Bank. Okay, so you have to know about West Bank in detail. It is an important place. So actually West Bank is located near Jordan River. It is between Israel and Jordan, and one of its major city is Ramallah, the de facto administrative capital of Palestine. Okay, you will be reading about West Bank. Okay, and about its annexation problems and annexations you will be learning in the next slide. Okay, as of now you just know a little. West Bank, it is between Israel and Jordan. Okay, and one of the major cities is Ramallah, the de facto administrative capital of Palestine. Israel took control of it in the Six-Day Arab-Israeli War in 1967. Okay, and after that this place is under the control of Israel. Okay, a joint statement was been announced from USA, UAE, and Israel. So, what is the joint statement is? They have announced that the delegations, okay, representatives, okay, or the authorities. Okay, so the delegations will meet in the upcoming weeks and they are going to sign deals on the direct flights, security, telecommunication, energy, tourism, and healthcare. Okay, so this is a joint statement issued by USA, UAE, and Israel, and both the nations is also going to be a partner on fighting the COVID-19 pandemic also, and it is actually unclear. It is not clear why this Israel and UAE had made this announcement now. Okay, so what is the reason behind it? That is actually, it remains unclear. Okay, so what is the reason? What prompted them to do this now is actually unclear. Okay, in June 2020, UAE's ambassador to USA, he warned that Israel's plan to annex the Jordan Valley and other parts of the occupied West Bank this would upend the Israel's effort to improve ties with Arab nations. So UAE's ambassador have warned that Israel's plan to annex the Jordan Valley and other parts of the occupied West Bank. Now let's see about the West Bank and its annexation plan. Okay, let's see about the Israel's annexation plan. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he announced his intention to annex the Jordan Valley and the large swathe occupied West Bank. If he wins the September election, he also affirmed that a pledge to annex all other settlements Israel has established in the West Bank. Okay, so Israel's Prime Minister announced his intention to annex the Jordan Valley and also the occupied West Bank. Okay, so here I have announced about that. Okay, so and this region is controlled by Palestine Authority, and this area C is controlled by the Palestine. Okay, this region and all, and this one is the proposed annexation, and this is no man's land. Okay, nobody is controlling this part of the land. Okay, and 1949 armistice lines, which is also known as the Green Line, it separated the Israeli from the Jordanian and Egyptian held territories. Okay, and during the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel captured most of the Golan Heights from Syria. Okay, and later annexing it. Okay, so this is that part. Okay, and next is this Israeli settlement and unofficial outpost. Okay, here. So this is all about the West Bank and its annexation plan map. Okay, so let's see what is there in the background. Okay, so what is the background of this is actually a UAE, which is formed in 1971. The UAE is an USA allied federation of 7 sheikdoms, okay, on the Arab Peninsula. Actually did not recognize Israel over its occupation of land home to the Palestinians. Okay, it did not recognize Israel, okay, over its occupation of the land home to the Palestinians. And the UAE, it relied on the white collar Palestinians. So what is white collar Palestinians is the people who perform the professional desk managerial or administrative work. The UAE completely relied on the white collar Palestinians in creating its nation, and it maintained its stances that is on its point. Okay, so maintained its stance that Israel should allow the creation of Palestinian state on the land it seized in 1967 wars. Okay, and it is saying that that is UAE has said that Israel should allow the creation of Palestinian state on the land it got or it seized in the 1967 war. Okay, and also in recent years there was a ties between the Gulf Arab nations and Israel have quietly grown. Actually it is grown in as a part of over their shared enmity of Iran and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. Okay, and also UAE it also shares that Israel's distrust of Islamist groups like the Muslim Brotherhood and the militant group Hamas. Okay, that holds the Gaza Strip. Okay, so actually it shares UAE is sharing its Israel's distrust. Okay, it shows shares Israel's distrust. It does not trust it. Okay, so distrust on the Islamistic groups like the Muslim Brotherhood and the militant group Hamas that holds the Gaza Strip. So this is all about the background actually. Okay, so what is UAE and what it thinks about Israel. Okay, so now let's see, so what will be the impact on the UAE. Okay, so and Israel. First let's see impact on UAE. These 2 points is all about impact on UAE. The deal between UAE and Israel, this deal will smoothen the UAE's international campaign, okay, to be seen as a beacon of tolerance in the Middle East despite being governed by the autocratic rulers. And also it puts in UAE out first in the regional recognition race among the neighboring Gulf Arab states. That is, even though this UAE is being governed by the autocratic rulers, okay, the Middle East, okay, by it is showing that light of tolerance in the Middle East, even though it is being governed by the autocratic rulers. So it is showing the smoothness. This deal smoothens the UAE's international campaign. Okay, and also it puts the UAEs out in the first regional recognition race among other Gulf Arab states. Okay, next is impact on Israel. So The announcement justifies the year-long claims of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that his government enjoys the closer ties to the Arab nations that publicly acknowledged. Okay, so that is, and also the deal gives Netanyahu a domestic boost at a time when Israel's coalition government is facing infighting and the possibility of early elections. Because of this election, because of this announcement, actually this is justifying that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin, he is that his government is enjoying the closer ties with the Arab nations. Okay, so it is acknowledging that. And next is the deal. This deal, it is giving him a domestic boost, and it is at the time when Israel's coalition government actually it is facing many infighting and the possibility of early elections. So this deal, it gives a domestic boost at this time to the Israel's coalition government. Okay, so next, impact on USA. So what is the impact on USA is the recognition grants a diplomatic win to USA President Donald Trump ahead of the November election. Okay, and also neither his efforts to bring war in Afghanistan to an end nor efforts to bring peace between Israel and Palestine has been successful yet. So the impact of USA is that USA President Donald Trump ahead of this November election, okay, the recognition grants a diplomatic win to this USA president, and also it is very clear that his efforts to bring the war to an end in Afghanistan, or his efforts to bring peace between Israel and Palestine, is not successful yet. Both is not successful for him now. Okay, so for Palestine, so when you see what is it for Palestine is, actually for Palestinians, these people who are relying on the Arab backing for their struggle for independence, this announcement has marked both a win and a setback for the Israel-Palestine relationship. Okay, and while the deal halts the Israeli annexation plan, okay, this deal it is stopping the Israeli annexation plans. The Palestinians have repeatedly urged the Arab governments not to normalize relation with Israel until a peace agreement establishing an independent Palestinian state is reached. That is, the Palestinians, what they want actually is this deal actually it is going to halt the Israel's annexation plan, but still the Palestinians is urging the Arab governments. They urge the Arab governments not to normalize their relationship with Israel, because they want to normalize the relationship once they reach get the peace agreement in establishing an independent Palestinian state. Okay, so actually they urge the Arab governments not to normalize the relationship with Israel until a peace agreement establishing an independent Palestinian state is reached. Okay, so what is the historic day is, actually this deal marks a historic day and a significant step forward for peace in the Middle East. Okay, so because of this deal, this is actually it is an historic day. Okay, when this deal is signed, and it is a very important and significant step forward for the peace in the Middle East. Okay, and also opening the direct ties between the two of these Middle East's most dynamic societies and advanced economies. This will transform the region by spurring economic growth, enhancing technological innovation, and forcing the closer people to people relations. So by opening the direct ties between the two Middle East, okay, both the Middle East are actually most dynamic societies, okay, and advanced economies. This will actually it will transform the region, okay, by improving the economic growth and enhancing the technological innovation and work for closer relationship between the peoples. And this is absolutely a significant step forward for peace in the Middle East. That's all. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe our channel and join our Telegram channel link to get info about the daily current affairs. Thank you.